Hi, my name is Kars Dollekamp. I'm an IT recruiter, and in front of me is Erwin Teitler. And Erwin is product owner at the company FSSC. And I was allowed to recruit Erwin for FSSC as a product owner. Now I'm being asked to recruit a new colleague of Erwin, who's going to be an IT development manager. And I would like to ask Erwin, I know what you're doing, but can you explain what you're doing at FSSC, please?
I'm the product owner of the assurance platform. And in the assurance platform, all the certificates and audits of the customers are being registered.
Right.
And that because we are growing so rapidly, the portal itself is also growing rapidly.
Okay, the registration of a certificate sounds pretty straightforward, but I guess I'm wrong.
It is not that simple, although the flows are defined by the scheme of FSSA. So, but nevertheless, because the scheme is so trustworthy, all the data needs to be correctly entered into the system. That is the main, that's the most important thing, of course. We need to be trustworthy.
Right.
And data is so important.
Right. In the growth of the company, new products, new services, a lot of new customers. There is a need for a new structure, read an IT development manager. Could you please explain in your mind what the main challenges for this new manager will be?
I think it comes down to the overall challenge every IT manager will have, setting the right priorities. There's so much to do, and we have so much opportunities, but we need to pick the right one in order to make sure that the right resources are there and make sure that we have the best outcome for our users. At the end, you are there to give value to the end user.
Right. What I guess is pretty special about your career, Erwin, is that you've had your own company in a very commercial surrounding environment. Now you're working for a foundation. Could you highlight what for you the main differences are between those two worlds?
The biggest and the most important difference is the fact that I was coming from what I always call an hostile environment.
Right.
That commercial world is very fast. You always need to keep an eye on your back, make sure that you're maybe not say everything, play a game, maybe, crossing the line once in a while.
Yeah.
Over here, that's never the case. You are treated very respectful, very friendly, in a very open manner. So it's a safer environment. And of course, certification is very serious business. So you need to be very strict, of course, but you can do it also in a very friendly and polite way. The politeness, that is probably the biggest difference. Politeness and respectfulness.
Yeah, you mentioned before is a safe environment, and that is probably very worthwhile. I thank you for your explanation, and hopefully it will get some people to get in touch with this after hearing your explanation about FSSC. Thank you very much, Erwin.
You're welcome, Karsten.